Basically talk about the discipline and the systems that builds habits that hold. So we're going to talk about systems that build habits and that hold. We're still on the pillar of discipline, but we're going to talk about systems over motivation. And it goes like this, right? Motivation is a lie. It shows up when you feel good and it disappears when you need it the most, and has never built anything lasting. The men who consistently win are not more motivated than you. They simply just have a better system. A system is a set of decisions made in advance so that in the moment of weakness, the decision is already made. And in this week, you will build your daily non-negotiables. We're going to call them your DNNs. The 5 to 7 behaviors that, when performed every single day, will compound into the man you are becoming. These are not goals. They are identity-based commitments. And I'm going to give you examples of those towards the end of this video. So you do not do them because you feel like it, right? You do them because you are the kind of man who does them and commits to your work. You see, the compound effect of discipline is a 1% improvement every day. Results in a 37 times improvement over the course of the year. Discipline is not dramatic. It is quiet, daily, and devastating in its long-term power. Here at the Built to Win framework, the daily non-negotiable stack, your DNNs, should cover 5 domains of a man's life. Like I said, I'm about to go over them right after I give you your weekly challenge. The 5-day daily non-negotiable. This is the sprint that you're going to do over the next 5 days. You're going to design your personal daily non-negotiable stack up to 5 to 7 behaviors. You will execute it for these 5 consecutive days. Listen, man, this is not a place where you rest. This is a place where you get challenged and tested. Track each day with a simple check mark system. At the end of the week, I want you to review your consistency and identify the one daily non-negotiables that was the hardest to maintain. That will be your growth edge. I also want you to do a reflection assignment. Another 200 to 300 words answering these questions. What are the 5 daily non-negotiables, and why does each one matter to the man I am becoming? What did I learn about myself from the 5-day sprint? Those are the things I want you to ask yourself. Now, I want to talk about the 5 to 7 daily non-negotiables you will build over this week. I want to give you an example. One is the body. So a daily non-negotiable is basically working out 30 minutes or doing a walk. The reason why body is up there is because your physical discipline keeps you focused on all the other foundational skills you need to focus on. Your mind, giving yourself 20 minutes of reading or journaling. If you don't teach yourself, the world will, believe it or not. Spirit, having a 10-minute prayer or more meditation, or even just journaling about your life. This is key because this will anchor you in your main foundation of life, building up your spirit. Relationships, have one intentional connection. Listen, legacy is built over relationships. Legacy is built with people. Legacy is not about your life, what you do and all that stuff. Legacy is truly built through people coming together. And then the mission. I just want you to take 60 minutes out of your day to focus on the work that you do. And when you do that, you will move the needle because we are clocking in, locking in, doing this each and every day. Use those examples, use that guide, and to focus on what 5 to 7 behaviors you actually like for your daily non-negotiables. And then after you reflect, I want you to just be prepared to share. Believe it. And today we are killing the excuses. We are radical ownership in action. We are still in the discipline as our pillar. And today we are focusing on accountability and responsibility. I know that's tough because a lot of people run away from accountability. But you are here to win. Every excuse you make is a vote against yourself, right? Excuses feel like explanations, but they function as exits. They let you leave the arena of responsibility without having to face the truth. The Built to Win man, though, does not make excuses. We don't make excuses in the academy here. We make adjustments. So this week, we go to war with the 3 most common excuses, categories that keep men stuck. Circumstantially, excuses: I don't have time, money, support. Historically, excuses: my upbringing, past, trauma made me this way. And comparative excuses: other men have it easier than me. Each of these contains a grain of truth, and that grain of truth is exactly what makes them so dangerous. You see, radical ownership means that even when something is not my fault, it is still your responsibility. The moment you accept that you take back your power. You see, the Built to Win framework, the excuse autopsy: when you catch yourself making an excuse, run it through the 4 steps. Excuse autopsy, right? For an example, this is just an example. I don't have time to work out. So your fear is, I am afraid of failing even when I try. So I want you to reframe. I have not yet made my health a priority. I want you to act. I want you to schedule a 20-minute workout for tomorrow morning. And then this is going to be your weekly challenge. The excuse journal for 7 days. Carry a small notebook or use your phone for notes, whichever one you desire. And every time you catch yourself making an excuse out loud or in your head, I want you to write it down and run it through the excuse autopsy. And then by the end of the week, you will have a clear map of your most common escape routes and the fear that is actually driving them. And as you know, we have another reflection assignment. I want you to write your 200 to 300 words answering, what is the most common excuse I used to avoid growth? What fear did I live underneath? Or what fear lives underneath? And what is the ownership statement I am replacing it with? I want you to think about this, right? But then as you think about everything I shared, I want to give you a few examples that you can use, right? So here's the step. You got to identify, you have trace, reframe, and act. For identify, I want you to ask this question. What is the exact excuse I am making? What is the exact excuse I'm making? And then for your purpose, for identify, I want you to name it clearly. So the question is, what exact excuse am I making? But the purpose is, name it clearly. We're going to go down to 2, which is trace. The question is, fear or pain underneath the excuses? Fear or pain underneath the excuses? So for that second one, the purpose is, find the root. Sometimes you got to find the root in order to change your full mindset and the state of frame that you're in. Number 3, reframe. The question is, what ownership the statement replaces? What ownership the statement replaces the excuse? And then for the third one, it's basically for reframe is reclaim power. And then we're going to go to the last one. It's called act. Act. The question is, what is one action I can take right now? What is one action I could take right now? And then it would be for a purpose. Move forward. Listen, I hope week 3 has helped you. I hope it has pushed you to a new realm. I hope you're going to challenge yourself. I hope you're going to really focus and hone in on those few steps that I just shared with you. I know you're going to do well. So stay in the fight, brother. I know it's challenging. You're starting to see the light of that first module being complete. But I need you to focus. Today we're going to talk about reset, don't restart. We are going to master the bounce back. We are still on the pillar of discipline, but today we're going to focus on resilience and recovery. You see, every man falls, and the question is not whether you will stumble, but how long will you stay down? You see, most men treat a single missed day or a single failure as evidence that they were not cut out for this. You see, they spiral into shame and restart from zero, losing all the momentum they built from the very beginning. You see, this is a discipline killer. The built to win principle of reset, though, we don't restart, is one of the most powerful mental tools in this program. A reset means you acknowledge that, hey, you know what? Yes, I stumbled, I failed, I couldn't do it. Extract the lesson, though. Get the data from it and get back on track immediately. Not Monday, now. A restart means you wipe the slate clean, lose your streak, and begin again. As if nothing was built. Reset, preserve momentum. Restarts destroy every time. But this is your 24 rule. You are allowed 24 hours to feel the frustration, disappointment, or shame of a stumble. But after your 24 hours, it is no longer a stumble, it is a choice. The Built to Win framework, the reset protocol when you fall off track, helps you execute the result protocol immediately. Here's my weekly challenge to you. The intentional reset. So in this week, in week 4, intentionally miss one of your daily non-negotiables on a day of your choosing. And then I want you to execute the full reset protocol within 2 hours. The goal is to practice the reset, so when it happens involuntarily, you already know exactly what to do. You see, discipline is not about perfection. It is about recovery speed. Reflection, assignment, write 200 to 300 words on your reflective assignment, 200 to 300 words of answering. How have I historically responded to failure or setbacks? What does my new reset protocol look like? And how does it change my relationship? About perfection. It is about recovery speed. And your reflection assignment, I want you to write 200 to 300 words answering, how have I historically responded to failure or setbacks? And I want you to see, what does my new reset protocol look like? And how does it change my relationship with imperfection? Now I want to go over a few of those steps so that you will have for your tool in your bag, right? And one of them is acknowledge. You're basically stating your failure, but you're going to get back up. We're going to only take 30 seconds on that, okay? When you analyze what allowed this to happen. What allowed this to happen? You're only going to take about 5 minutes on that. Adjust. We're making small changes. So we're only going to take 30 seconds on making those small changes, okay? Act. Basically, you're going to bring one daily non-negotiable to bring momentum. And then lastly, advance. Pick up where you left off. There's no need to restart. All you got to do is reset so that you can continue the journey of what you've been doing, uplifting lives and changing lives by first changing yours. Listen, we made it to the end of the first module. Now we're getting ready to go into our next block, our next 4-week challenge. But I need you to lock in. I need you to focus. I need you to keep staying in the gym and keep working, because we're going to get there each and every day, brick by brick. See you in the next module. Congratulations. Let's go.